where shit gets tricky, Sharon, you said you knew you were supposed to save the rent. Well, I would have had $2,000 had I would have had that rent saved when I got to court, right? But when I got to court, the amount they wanted, I didn't have. And they said I couldn't enter into another lifetime agreement to pay it back, right? The money I said I didn't owe, that I didn't want to be evicted from. I said Minneapolis Public District, number one, is going to back me up. Minneapolis Public Housing Authority is not going to evict me. And they did. I was so crushed and hurt. But I was trying to buy a house, Wells Fargo. I was trying to buy a house. I don't know if I wanted to be a foster parent, if I wanted to go back and get my degree. I just knew I was trying to buy a house where I thought I had the income to sustain a mortgage. You know, except for they said foster care is not a job. You can't claim it on taxes. In order to get a home loan, Sharon, you got to show taxes. And I'm like, no, I don't. I have to show income. And I got income. And under the law, you can give me a 30-year loan based on blah, 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 where my credit, Axel Ford, Rod, whatever the fuck your name was, would have bought me a house at that time, Wells Fargo. And that $13,000, Amy Klobuchar, you know, as me and Debbie Holtzleider, January, February, March, April, May are arguing, and I took some of that money, right? Because I had been arguing with the IRS in another state about what I filed. See, because I adopted Keenan in 2010, and Thompson & Thompson was like, Sharon, we can't sell you no home, but what you can do is go get that child tax credit that's due you, $13,947, and then you could pay down some of that excess, that excess debt, because that credit card that I had, you know, Target, Cap One, under 500 for the credit, 500 for the interest and late payments was under 1,000. The student loan, they said, didn't count. My car loan was included in there, but my Dodge at that time was 5 years into a 7-year loan, so they said that didn't really reflect me because I didn't have a lot to pay off on my car. They said next time buy the house before you buy the car, because, you know, we as creditors look at that. You could, you know, want a home or a car, right? They said be smart about it, right? Sure. Yeah, I'm learning these things, right? So yeah, I did know I was supposed to have that 342, you know, stashed, and I would have paid it in the court. You know, right? Debbie Holtzleider, Claudia Sterling, Tanetta, Abdi Warsame, Nancy Horan, Carol Kubik. Your attorneys owe me money, or do they owe me housing? Look at that. I didn't scrub my face this morning. I usually scrub it like an exfoliation. I wanted to match my foundation, but I thought they gave me a whole new foundation, Bare Minerals. Why? Because I love Bare Minerals because it didn't rub off on my clothes. That was my bragging point. It didn't look like I had on makeup, and it didn't rub off on my clothes. When it started rubbing off on my clothes, I thought these motherfuckers took the jar, put some homemade shit in there, because they got almost the ingredients, motherfucking, you know, Don Samuels, Blanc Yang, and you opened up some motherfucking warehouses, Jeremiah, and you started taking what we were buying, you know, and then redoing it in your little fucking warehouses, right? And I called that merchant theft. So the people that took my Bare Minerals out and tried to make some shit for me and then put it in the Bare Minerals and then charge me, you know, Cool Water, David Deer, what is it? David Deer. Oh, I need the bottle and it's in my purse and I ain't digging it out. David Dorf, DAVIDORFF, is it? Man, I thought they were now taking my perfume, taking that out, putting motherfucking alcohol in it, because it dries real quick. It don't linger. It's not even a motherfucking toilet water anymore. It was perfume, toilet water. Now it's alcohol. I said they were doing that shit to the alcohol too, right? Because I was pouring that shit in the bottles and it was evaporating like some science, STEM type shit, right? They're putting it through a filter and they're taking the alcohol out, and it's not holding, you're not getting drunk. But is it causing you more damage? Because they stopped moonshine, right? That means we should be able to go get moonshine, which is the highest content of alcohol, since they're doing these science type experiments on your bullshit, right? Ian Leonard? That's what I said. But, again, I'm just talking out the side of my neck.